quick overview of some NBDs I did in the 90s. Of course, back in the 90s, we didn't call them NBDs. We didn't really talk about that as a thing to begin with. I mean, we just did tricks, and we saw other people do tricks, and we, elaborated on them or came up with something new. Anyway, so the first one is this thing where you slide on an I-beam kind of thing between the wheels and the trucks. I guess I could call it an underslide. I first saw Chris Sen do it on a 1993 video from Powell called Play. He did it to fakie. It's actually easiest to do it to fakie. I did it to fakie. I also did it to shove it out. So there's my elaboration in my first NBD of the video. So this underslide to shove it. I know I saw in a recent Chris Haslam video he does something similar, and he was talking about it on his 9 Club interview, and he had a different name for it. I don't remember what that name was, but it might have another name. Anyway, so that was in '98. Anyway, next NBD, this thing I call a crate slide. You ollie onto a plastic crate and you let the crate slide and you slide with it. Obviously Simon Woodstock was the first one to start doing these. He did one where he kind of lifts up one foot, and so I started with that, and I did one where I lifted up one foot. And I did one where I nollie shove it out, and then I did one where I made the board and the crate together do a shove it, and then pop off and right away. So those are a couple of crate slide variation NBDs. Next one, nose slide, nollie 360 heel flip, or I've seen nose slide nollie laser flip out. I don't know what to call it. I can't be officially credited for it because I didn't right away. But as you'll see in the video, I broke my elbow. If I hadn't broken my elbow, I would have been the first to do the nose slide nollie laser flip, I'm sure. And then the last one is debatable whether or not anybody had done this at the time. I first did it in '98 as well. It's a crooked grind pop out to manual kick flip out. The one in the video is not as good quality as the original one because it was filmed kind of later, kind of dark. And that one was actually filmed in 2000. I had already kind of, for all intents and reasons, all intents and purposes, whatever. I had already kind of quit skateboarding at that point. I wasn't skating very much. Anyway, so may or may not be an NBD. Like I said, in the 90s and stuff, we didn't keep track of that kind of thing. So if you've got any info, post in the comments. And if you like these videos, please subscribe.